every day. So I enjoy like a variety of different things on a daily basis. So no 2 days are quite the same. So I thought I'd give you a little insight into what I might be doing at different points during the course of the month. So if I'm getting ready for the next platform release, you'll find me with my head in the change logs and the associated Jira tickets, genning up on all of the exciting stuff, new features and fixes that we're continuing to develop. So I use the information from those to produce a set of release documents, and I try to strike a balance with those of getting the necessary information out there, but in a way that's understandable to everyone. I class myself as quite a good guinea pig for that, because if I understand it, then the chances are everybody else will. So the documentation always includes a detailed description of what's being released, and in terms of kind of what we fixed, what features, and who they're for, and you'll also have a set of instructions so the squads are able to implement the latest changes into their project environments, hopefully seamlessly each time if I'm doing my job properly. So if we are at the end of a month, then you'll find me busy pulling together what I need to produce the monthly pass update, platform as a service, just in case anyone doesn't know, just to keep everyone updated on what we're doing in Tetris and what's happening in terms of from an infrastructure perspective. So this involves me taking a detailed look at the AWS costs for the month, calculating how much we've been spending and where and how that compares to previous months. I'll also take a look at a summary of platform support activity, including how many tickets and what kind of issues we've dealt with, the cloud infrastructure costs for the platform, so things like Google API costs, Countly, Cloudinary, that all goes onto the update, and also the release activity for the month, so what we've released, how many we've done, how many of those have made it into production environments, where the production environments are in terms of their whether or not they've deployed the latest version of the platform. And of course, I probably spend far too much time coming up with a witty strapline with which to grab everyone's attention so that they really read my blog post. I do try. So I've recently had a slight change in my role and taken on some new responsibilities. So I'll be heading up the Smart Support Initiative. Obviously, with the current situation in the world, there's been a few things that have sort of stopped us in our tracks in terms of that, mainly because none of us can kind of go anywhere. But my first foray into my new role is involved looking at how we can develop the knowledge solutions that we have in place for our PTOs, and the tools that we've got available to do this, or what might be out there in the marketplace. So predominantly looking at areas where a PTO could potentially self-serve from a support perspective, and how we might develop the tools to help them with this. So that's what I'm looking at the moment. I also dip my toes into any platform support tickets as and when required. So you'll all have seen, because I know that you will have all read the pass update that I sent out yesterday with your morning coffees, that over the 22 days of March, we dealt with 230 tickets as a team. Little old Tetris. So a very respectable average of 10.5 tickets per day. So all of the team, if necessary, will get involved with support, and we're also on hand for any major incident management, service outages. So you'll find us all kind of jumping on the trampoline when things like that happen. Yeah, so as a light-hearted end, and I don't know if this is going to work, but I thought I'd just give you a very quick insight into where I've been doing all of this for the last 2 weeks. So with isolation, I moved into my sister's house. So I live on my own. My sister lives with my twin niece and nephew, who are 2.5. So with the idea of many hands make light work, I was convinced, cajoled into moving in with them. So